Hey what's up guys, and welcome back to another Real Madrid review. Our first home game of the season in La Liga. Um, we have seen some debutants at home like Tramani, for example, um, who had an incredible game by the way, but we'll get into that later on. But I just want to talk about what this means really, because we played against a team who obviously are a very strong side. Um, they were the only other team going to this game, um, who have won all of their games, 3 from 3. Um, so that was 9 points in a row for them. So it was a big challenge. They only considered one goal in 3 games in their previous 3 coming to this game. So it tells you Betis were really strong. They're a good start to the season. And I guess they were expecting a defeat today. Um, but we got it done in the end. A narrow win, but we'll take it. So we'll talk about the team. The lineup was basically the same expected lineup: Courtois, Carvajal, Militao, Alaba, and Mendy as the back five. We had Modric, Tchouaméni, and Camavinga as the midfield three. Rodrigo, Benzema, and Vinicius Junior as the front three. So yeah, really strong side in there. So let's talk about some of the highlights then. The first goal was scored by Vini Junior. That's 3 consecutive games where he has scored. Obviously, he scored against Celta, and then last week he scored against Espanyol. This week he scores against Betis. Now, in my prediction, I got a 2-1 victory, and I got Vini scoring the first goal. But my prediction was Vini in the 18th minute. He scored in his 9th. I mean, close enough, right? My prediction, I put Juanmi in the 48th minute. Canales scored instead in the 17th minute, so that was quite off. And then I put Benzema to score in the 65th minute. Rodrigo scored in the 65th minute. So I got one score right, and I got the time right. One time right. So yeah, and I got the total result right as well. Just saying. But a brilliant goal from Vini Junior. A really nice pass forward by Alaba. And then Vini Junior with a little dink over the goalkeeper. And that is the first goal. Now, the Betis goal, I felt like we probably could have done a lot better. But it's a long throw in from Alex Moreno. A brilliant touch and brilliant control from Iglesias. He finds Canales, whose shot goes under the legs of Courtois, and I think Courtois could have done better, but I think most of the blame of that goal is going to Courtois, which I feel a bit unfair. And I know people still love him. I know the fans will still love Courtois. He's one of the best, if not the best goalkeeper in the world at the moment. But another one of those goals that I feel like we probably should have not conceded and should have done way better for. It's one of those goals that we have to work in training again, because the positioning was really bad. But unfortunately we conceded to Canales, ex-Real Madrid player. Didn't celebrate at all. Respect to him as well. And then we had Rodrigo, who found Vini, whose shot was over the bar. We had a brilliant header from Aurelien Tchouaméni. He was beaten onto the crossbar by Rui Silva, who had a bit of a mixed game to be fair, but he made some brilliant saves. By the way, talking about Tchouaméni, against Betis, he won 16 duels. He won 7 tackles. He won 4 interceptions, which was the most. These are the most, right? And he had 11 recoveries. He won the most, right? He was absolutely incredible. And because he won 16 duels and 7 tackles, he's one of those players, right, along with Casemiro, to win 15 plus duels and 7 plus tackles in a Liga game for Real Madrid since 16-17. And only Casemiro has done that. Casemiro did that 3 times. Sociedad, Bilbao, and Leganes. I don't know when those seasons were. I don't know which season that was. Those 3 games were. But Tchouaméni was brought in to the club for a big fee. We thought, look, we didn't know as a club, as the fans, that Casemiro was going to leave. Apparently, according to Casa himself and according to outlets that he would have wanted to leave after the Champions League final. But Tchouaméni brought in um, to replace Casemiro. At least we didn't thought so, right? We knew that in the future maybe he was gonna be that player, but not right now. We knew they were gonna rotate, or we thought they were gonna rotate. But when Casemiro left, and we were obviously not gonna sign him at the end because we just got Tchouaméni, he was that man who was gonna step up. He was gonna be that DM. Now, Tchouaméni, I know he has done it before at Monaco, but his game isn't like Casemiro. Casemiro's game was very simple. He's not the most mobile DM, but it's good because he's not a Kante who goes a little bit more forward, but he's a defensive steel in that middle, that security guard, as Modric and Kroos label him as, to protect their back four and to protect the other two midfielders around him, to allow them to push forward and make passes, right? Because if they make a mistake and we are facing a counter, oh, Casemiro's there. Yes, Tchouaméni isn't that one, right? He was not, and he is not that player. He's more of a mobile player. He probably is a centre mid, not a CDM. He probably also like to push forward a little bit more. That's what his game is probably based around. So bringing a player like that, letting him adapt to that position, and having a game where he won 15 plus duels and 7 plus tackles with the most interceptions as well, and what was the other one? The other stat, which was incredible, the most recoveries. It's just absolutely mind blowing. So I believe that he will be a success. It's too early to tell after 4 games, but what these first 4 games have shown me about Aurélien Tchouaméni is that I think I've got a gem. When we signed him, I was like, look, I knew we wanted him for a long time. That's why the transfer is so boring. Like, we wanted an attacker signing. He wasn't there. He came in for a huge fee for like 80 million euros or something, or maybe more, with add-ons and stuff and clauses. But he wasn't that attacking signing we wanted. But I think that's the midfield secure. I think in the future we've got Camavinga, we've got Valverde, who will probably drop into the midfield spot because I think Rodrigo will be on the right. I think Valverde played on the right temporarily, and even the last season Valverde played a lot on the games on the right. I felt that it was because we wasn't trusting Rodrigo enough, and I feel like the manager Ancelotti has probably trusted Rodrigo now more to put him on the right. So Valverde would go into the back of the midfield with Camavinga, with Valverde, with Tchouaméni, a good mix of midfielders over there. And I think we've got ourselves a really, really, really superstar of a midfielder. Benzema had a shot over, and then into the second half, Modric had a shot on his left foot wide. Here's a good attempt. Rodrigo carries the ball, taken down. It goes to Vini, who lays it up to Benzema, but just a bit too much. Couldn't quite get it, and that was a good chance wasted. Valverde came on, made instant impact. He cut the ball into the box. Rodrigo with a finish, past Aurélien Silva, who probably should have done better for that. I mean, should have let that in? Probably not, but we'll take it, I guess. So, yeah, I just want to address something as well. I know the fans were unhappy with us, how we played towards the end, because we're defending a little bit more, rather than pushing for a couple more goals, which I felt were in us. I felt that Benzema and Vini probably could have gotten more, Rodrigo probably could have gotten more, and then Modric could have scored a couple as well. For me, at the moment, I feel like protecting the 2-1 lead was very important at that moment, because we could have easily gone and conceded another one and drew 2-2, or maybe even conceded 2 and lose 3-2, right? So anything could have happened over there. So I feel like when you have a game where it's very, very tight in possession with 50-50, anything can happen. You have 24 shots with 2 goals, and our opponent had 8 shots with 1 goal. You'll be thinking, look, rather than pushing too forward and, maybe making a mistake in the back, why not just take a 2-1 victory? Because I feel like, yes, it's a bit of a risk, because it's either you go forward, you pay off, you score another 1 or 2, 3-1, 4-1, brilliant, right? Everyone's happy. Or you don't, and you concede and make it 2-2. So gamble, you can either choose to make the gamble between 3-1 and 4-1, or 2-2 or 3-2 defeat, or take the 2-1 victory. And I think at that moment, he would have thought, look, I'm just going to take a 2-1 victory, because for me, what matters right now is getting the victory. And I know the performance will matter, because against top teams, you can't just say, we're 1-0 out, let's sit back and hopefully we can counter on them, and but in the end, we'll get countered, right? But I think if we push too forward, we'll get countered. And I think Betis had the quality in them. So I feel like we wanted to protect that lead. It's not the nicest football. It's not that nice football where we just attack too much. But we had a couple of good chances in there, which we didn't manage to score more, which is unfortunate, right? But I feel like, look, when you are the manager there, you wouldn't go, everyone, get forward, let's get attack. Rather than saying that, I think manager would have gone, let's protect that lead, whether it's a 2-1 or 3-1. It is important. I'm not saying it's not important, because the more goals you score, the better it is, of course. But the manager would have thought, I'll be fine. The 2-1 victory, I'm happy. 3-1, I'll be happy. As long as we get a win, I'll be happy. So I understand the frustrations from the fans and the media saying, look, why are they playing so defensive, and why, and it's ugly, and they shouldn't be playing like that. But I also think that when you're in a game like that against a top opposition, and you can't do this in the Champions League against real top sides, right? Because you get absolutely hammered. But I feel like against a type like Betis, where you're 2-1 up, the possession is 50-50, anything can happen. At that point, you think, let's not commit too much forward. Let's sit back a little bit, defend more, and have the ball in our own half and stuff to get that victory, to guarantee us the victory, which we got. So I'll be happy with the result. Maybe the performance we have to work on, but the result, for now, I'm very happy with it. So yeah, I got the score correctly, which I'm very happy about. Let's see what I predict for that Celtic game. A bit tougher to predict, considering I haven't watched Celtic. I mean, I don't watch Scottish League at all. I mean, I don't watch the Liga. And you're expecting me to watch the Scottish League, or the Portuguese League, or whatever league. I mean, it's hilarious. I mean, I'm sorry to break it down for you, Liga, PSG, Farmer League boys fans, but the Liga and the rest, apart from the top four, the Premier is the best league, followed by La Liga Serie A, and maybe in the Bundesliga. Bundesliga, you could argue, is also a Farmers League. And when I say Farmers League, I mean a league there's no competition, where one team just runs away with it, no challenge whatsoever, right? You could say La Liga is, I mean, look at Real and Barca fighting, that's more than one team. In the Serie A, we have Inter, with Milan, that's more than one team, maybe for Juve. In the Premier League, we have got City, Arsenal right now, not sure if they're going to fight for it at the end. Liverpool will be fighting for it, Chelsea to get back. But Liga and Bundesliga, you've got Bayern and PSG. Dortmund will never challenge for it, because every year we thought, look, it's a good signing for Dortmund, it's a good summer transfer window, I think this will help them. But they never get anywhere near Bayern's levels. And Bayern have a sloppy start. I know they drew to Berlin and Dortmund won, but at the end they're gonna go and win another the next 5 games. Don't be surprised if it's like 5-0, 6-0, 7-0, 8-0 wins in the next 5 games. That tells you a lot, because in their leagues you constantly see, like I think it was who was it? One of the Ligan teams who won PSG or Marseille or Lyon, but a smaller PSG, a smaller Ligan side won like 7-0 against another team. That's insane. That's absolutely insane. It tells you a lot that these leagues are just absolutely ridiculously non-challenging. But yeah, we're not here to talk about that. Overall, like I said, a good result for Real Madrid. Celtic away from home on Tuesday. Next up, we'll be travelling to Glasgow at Celtic Park. That game will probably go a little bit late, because on Tuesday, actually that's Wednesday for me. Wednesday, I'm very busy. So yeah, that will be a late uploading. But that will be it for me for today. Hope you guys have enjoyed this Real Madrid review. My social links will be down in the description below. My Instagram and my Twitch channel. Please come and follow me on both. Hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. If you guys did, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel that's on already, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.